What if the next flashpoint in Europe is not a sudden attack, but a carefully engineered strategic stalemate designed by NATO? In this segment, we take a deeper look at the eastern flank, uncovering advanced fortifications and unprecedented troop deployments aimed at deterring Russian aggression. Discover the new technologies and unit movements that are reshaping deterrence strategy. Forget what you think you know about NATO's readiness. For the first time, we lift the veil on game-changing fortresses and advanced systems now operating along the eastern flank. This is not merely about troop movements. It represents a comprehensive strategic overhaul to counter an increasingly assertive Russia. The scale of this defensive buildup may surprise you. An evolving threat landscape. The security environment in Eastern Europe has changed dramatically since Russia's post-2022 aggression. The war has created a new reality for NATO's eastern flank states, which now face not only conventional military threats, but also persistent non-military pressure. This escalation has forced the alliance to reassess long-standing assumptions about regional stability and to accelerate adjustments to its defense strategy. One of the most vulnerable points is the Suwałki Gap, a narrow corridor connecting the Baltic states to the rest of NATO territory through Poland and Lithuania. The strategic implications of this corridor are profound. If severed, Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania could be isolated from Allied ground support. As a result, the area has become a central focus of NATO defense planning, through both increased troop presence and strengthened rapid response capabilities. Beyond the physical battlefield, threats to NATO are not limited to the physical battlefield. Persistent cyber attacks continue to target critical infrastructure, government networks, and communication systems across member states. At the same time, Russia is widely accused of relying on hybrid warfare tactics, ranging from disinformation and economic pressure to intelligence operations, to undermine political and social stability without triggering open conflict. This combination of conventional, cyber, and hybrid threats defines the new security landscape in Eastern Europe. For NATO, these challenges demand a more adaptive and integrated level of readiness, as the boundary between war and peace becomes increasingly blurred. Strengthening NATO's defense posture. In response to the changing threat environment, NATO has accelerated the reinforcement of its defenses along the eastern flank. A key measure has been the establishment and expansion of multinational battle groups in several strategic countries, including Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland, Romania, Bulgaria, Hungary, and Slovakia. The presence of troops from multiple member states serves both as a clear deterrent signal and as a demonstration of collective solidarity within the alliance. Beyond troop deployments, NATO has also pre-positioned large quantities of military equipment well in advance of any crisis. Weapons systems, ammunition, and logistical supplies are strategically stored to ensure rapid availability for deploying forces. This approach significantly reduces response times, enabling the alliance to move from warning to operational readiness within days, or even hours, rather than weeks. Enhanced air and missile defense. These reinforcements are accompanied by increased air surveillance along the eastern flank. Fighter patrols, advanced radar systems, and the integration of air and missile defense networks provide an additional layer of protection against potential aerial threats. Through interconnected systems, NATO aims to create a layered defense architecture capable of detecting, tracking, and responding to threats swiftly and in a coordinated manner. These measures underscore that NATO's strategy is no longer temporary, but oriented toward a long-term presence. The alliance seeks to close every potential gap along its eastern borders while reinforcing the credibility of its deterrence amid ongoing tensions. Technological superiority and modernization. Beyond troop numbers and infrastructure, NATO places strong emphasis on technological superiority as the backbone of its eastern flank defense. Modern weapon systems are now deployed at the front line, including anti-tank missiles such as the Javelin, as well as Patriot air and missile defense systems. Their presence is intended to enhance deterrence against both ground and aerial threats, while significantly raising the cost of any potential aggression. Modern warfare is also increasingly shaped by the use of drones, ranging from reconnaissance to precision strikes. Recognizing this reality, NATO has integrated drone and counter-drone capabilities into its defense planning. Radar-based detection systems, electronic warfare tools, and neutralization weapons are being developed to counter unmanned aerial threats that are becoming cheaper and harder to detect. Future prospects and challenges. Looking ahead, NATO's primary challenge lies in sustaining long-term commitments along the eastern flank. Troop deployments, military modernization, and logistical readiness require continuous funding and consistent political support from all member states. Amid economic pressures and domestic political dynamics, maintaining steady defense investment will test the alliance's cohesion. NATO's expansion with the accession of Sweden and Finland also adds a new dimension to the region's security architecture. Both countries strengthen NATO's position in Northern Europe and the Baltic region, while adding strategic depth to the eastern flank's defense. With well-developed military capabilities and experience operating in sensitive regional security environments, their contributions are widely viewed as significant for reinforcing collective deterrence. At the same time, NATO must continue adapting to military innovation and potential shifts in Russia's future strategy. Advances in technology, from artificial intelligence to long-range precision weapons, demand continuous adjustments in doctrine and capability development. Flexibility and readiness to transform will be decisive factors in ensuring that NATO remains relevant and capable of preserving regional stability over the long term.